Why should I join the NRA? Are apathetic gun owners causing gun control? I think we can make a pretty good case for that. This is Deacon Parsons, and we're going to take a look at that idea. About half of the households in the U.S. have a gun in them. There's 317 million people, so let's break that down. That's at a minimum 50 million gun owners, or 100 million if you count spouses. There are estimated to be about 3 million firearms in private hands. About 100 million of those are handguns. So how are these gun owners causing gun control? Well, they're causing gun control because nature abhors a vacuum and weakness invites attack. The National Rifle Association, the NRA, only has about 5 million members. That's 1/10 of the households that have a gun represented by the NRA. That means about 90% of gun owners are on record as not caring about their Second Amendment rights. And that draws a political opportunist. Look what happens in Congress and other elements of government when the NRA and gun owners have a big victory. They get to the point they won't even consider any legislation because the only thing they hate worse than liberty is losing power. And they know that when the NRA and its members are riled up, they stand a very good chance of losing at the ballot box. But these folks are patient. They're willing to lay in wait for years, waiting for another opportunity to strike, for another time when they think they can run something by and get it passed without the NRA mobilizing its members. Now, the NRA is not a perfect organization. It is staffed entirely by humans. It's subject to human error, foibles, and frailty just as much as any other organization. But it is the strongest organization out there protecting the Second Amendment, and it's our best hope for preserving freedom in the United States. If you're in a household that owns a gun, but nobody in that household belongs to the NRA, you really owe it to yourself and everyone else to join. It costs about $35 to join for an annual member. That's about the cost of a really high-priced box of ammunition, a decent sit-down meal, or 5 to 7 Starbucks coffees. You can give memberships for Christmas and birthdays and other gift-giving occasions. Along with your NRA membership, you get one of several great magazines, and there's one for everybody's taste, every gun owner's style. Now, people give a lot of reasons for not wanting to join the NRA. Probably one of the ones that I hear the most is, I don't want to be on the list when the government cracks down. Well, in case you haven't been listening to the news, the NSA knows everything about everybody. You're already on the list. If you've ever surfed the net for guns, sent an email, or made a phone call and talked about guns, you're already on the list. If you've ever purchased a gun using a debit card, a credit card, or purchased ammo or hunting license or hunting supplies, cleaning supplies, you're already on the list. If you stop to watch this video, you're already on the list. And yes, once you join the NRA, you're going to get a lot of junk mail and you're going to get a lot of phone calls. Every time some government agency or activity comes about that might hurt the Second Amendment, the NRA is going to let you know. Listen to the phone call or don't. Send them a check or don't. Is it inconvenient? Yes, it's very inconvenient. But considering what that inconvenience buys us, it's worth it at twice the price. With as much power as the NRA has now at 5 million members, can you imagine what the anti-gunners would do if they had to face 50 million members, 100 million members? Imagine 100 million voters telling them to, you know what, lock up the mentally ill, punish the criminals, and leave us peaceable citizens alone. The link to join the NRA is in the low bar. If you can afford to, you really need to join today. And once you do that, send the link or send a copy of this video to all your friends who are gun owners and make sure they're on board too. This is Deacon Parsons saying, love your maker, love your mate, and do what's right because it's right, and devil take the hindmost.